that's where you're at. Related to Omicron, we're still waiting for a lot of research to come back. But what I can tell you so far, based on what they're seeing coming out of South Africa, is that preliminary results, very preliminary, seem to indicate that it is less virulent, it's less damaging than the Delta variant. That's the good news. The bad news is that it's even more contagious than the already more contagious Delta variant. So viruses have a tendency of mutating into less virulent conditions, for producing less of a disease process. And that's how pandemics tend to end. And so this seems to be following that playbook. But the more opportunity that we give this virus to replicate, the more opportunity for mutations that could take a turn that we're not prepared for. The biggest concern right now related to Omicron is the fact that it mutates significantly. It's already mutated, I believe last count was 34 times. And what's even more concerning, and what prompted the CEO of Moderna last week, to off the cuff say, speaking very candidly, to say that he had very serious concerns about how effective our vaccines would be against Omicron, is the fact that these mutations are occurring on the protein spike. And both Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson are focused on the protein spike. So if this mutates considerably too far away from what these vaccines have been designed for, the possibility is that it could render our vaccines ineffective and decreasingly effective. All manufacturers right now are pursuing development of a Omicron-specific vaccine. The CDC and the FDA both indicated they would fast track these when they were developed. The best case scenario I'm hearing so far, and that could change, is sometime 3 to 4 months from now that they would have these available. Right now, last count, I think it's in 15 states. It's probably already here, as our Secretary Cohen had said last week. It just hasn't been detected yet. And given its path that it's taken in South Africa, that we have every reason to suspect that this will become the dominant variant in the not too distant future. So the best thing we can do is shrink that 50% population of people that aren't vaccinated, fully vaccinated, shrink that down so that there's less of a petri dish for this virus to mutate into something else. And so with that, I'll open it up to any questions that anybody has.
Any questions from the board?